And I'm kind of like Kyle. I grew up in Warsaw, and I decided to go out and see the United States. And I've lived in Dallas, Florida, and I lived in California, in Burbank, California for 25 years. My mother has always lived in Warsaw, and I've always taken care of my mother. When I was 6, my dad left, and I said, "Don't worry, Mom, you'll never have to leave your home." And I spent the rest of my life taking care of my mom. So I know a lot about seniors. She was blind. She lived alone, and she took care of herself for almost 10 years being blind. And I had people coming in and out. I would talk to her all the time. I know the kind of the needs. I know what it's like to have to worry about your taxes. Every April, I would say, "The tax bill come yet?" "No, honey, it's not in yet." Well, we have kind of a large home. I built my mom a home in 1990. And every year the taxes would come in. And every year I said, you know, I'm going to go one of these days, I'm going to go to Warsaw, and I'm going to see exactly where my tax money is going and why. Well, my mom passed away in 2008, and my wife and I decided in 2009, after her mother died as well, that we would relocate back to Warsaw. And I started to see I've always read the paper, and I've always followed the local news. I always followed the Times online, and also I used to get the paper 10 days late. But I got the paper 10 at a time usually. But I would read it, and I would see the current issues, and talk to my mother, and she always stayed abreast of everything. But in 2009 I came back and I started to look into local issues. And there were a few things that started to bother me. And I told myself, you know, I probably wouldn't run against an incumbent because I believe that a lot of people, especially things were going okay. The waters were pretty smooth. We weren't really experiencing a lot of problems, so if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, when Ernie decided not to run, I decided, well, you know what? I've got as good a chance as anybody, and I'm a pretty sharp fellow. I've been in business a long time. I'm a general contractor. I've dealt with a lot of crews and contracts. I wrote contracts. I brought the contracts to full fruition. I took care of the crews, and I've never had an accident on a single job I've had. I've never even had a complaint. Because I take really good care of everybody. I take good care of my people. I take good care of my clients. And I'm honest. I got 30 seconds. And so, anyway, there's local issues that I don't agree with. I would love to see the downtown bank building become a parking garage with a theater, 2-screen movie theater. I think that would bring in a lot more people to downtown Warsaw than a city hall. And I think that we were remiss in our duties by allowing our city hall to become dilapidated over the last 10 years. If you went and took a tour, you wouldn't leave your eyes. That is not good leadership. Thank you. I'm Michael.